J Bills for me to Spotlight UK, and I'm reunited once again with Syed, the biggest YouTube editor in the scene right now.
No, man, don't say that. I'm no one.
Do you know?
I'm just doing my job. I think it's because of JJ. People think I'm the biggest editor now. I'm just doing my job. Anyone can do it. Um,
But that's what I like, because I'm an editor as well. I've been a videographer for 10 years,
Okay.
so I understand the pressures. I understand what goes into it, and it's all about the craft as opposed to being the person, like the personality. So how do you separate yourself from being a personality online to being an editor? How do you separate the two?
well, whoever I edit for, I look at their personality, work on that, basically.
Yeah.
Like, with JJ, obviously, depending on how much energy he gives, that's how the edit's gonna be. If he sits there like, okay, if something happened, if he sits there and just talks, well, like in a low tone and all that,
Yeah.
the editing will be like that. The music background and all that is gonna be according to it. So it's all.
So you go by the vibe of what the energy
vibe
is.
of the energy, yeah. Basically, that's it.
Yeah.
Simple as.
Well, I mean, it's going down tonight.
Energy's high
the
right now.
stakes are high.
Yeah.
Because obviously this is JJ's biggest test in terms of fighting a pro boxer. Obviously the last one was with Face Temper. Obviously the win came over, but this is a different level, and I can see the confidence has notched up a level as well. Do you see that in him in terms of when you're around him a lot? Like, has the confidence gone so high in terms of what you see?
Of course, man. I'll be shocked if he hasn't. Since like his first obviously return in O2 Arena, since then his energy has been progressing every time. Since last fight, like this time, the camp's been different. That's why I know. I've not seen much of his training because obviously that's like behind the closed doors.
Yeah.
I don't get to see that much, but his camp been improved. His training's been improved. His diet's been improved. You can tell by his body, bro. You've seen his body yesterday, and you've seen his body when against Temper as well, bro. Massive difference.
A major difference. I mean, obviously now, like, his conditioning must be even more through the roof now in terms of this point. So, I mean, how do you see it personally going tonight then, in terms of like, predicting for what's going to happen in the fight?
JJ's going to keep up with his energy.
Yeah.
His cardio will be a lot better than Joe Fournier. I think Joe Fournier is undermining JJ's JJ's boxing skills.
Yeah.
And he still thinks KSI as a normal YouTuber or influencer boxer. That's not it. JJ is in that level of pro boxer.
Yeah.
He's going to shock Joe Fournier today.
And in terms of you, when we spoke last time, you mentioned about like a lot of interviews that were circulated about potentially you getting into the boxing ring. What's the progress of that at the moment? Is it still a thing that's on your mind, or you just focus more on the editing for now?
At the moment, I just my wife just gave birth a few days ago.
Oh, congratulations!
So obviously I've got 2 kids now as well.
Of course.
There's a lot of things happening in my personal life.
Sure.
So I have to keep that separate now for now.
100%, yeah.
For now, so yeah, in the future, in a few months' time, then why not? Like, I do want to come into boxing. I'll see what Mam says. I'll see what JJ says, whatever they say. But then again, my primary work is obviously being JJ's editor. That'll be my key and primary work.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't affect this,
Yeah.
as long as I keep the fans happy with JJ's content, and if I can do boxing at the same time, yeah, I can do it. If it's going to affect it, then obviously then we have to come up with a solution.
Because you have to really dedicate. Wow, it looks like. Wow, DK Money and Virus is all going off. Before I let you go, then, so obviously you just mentioned about working on things for yourself first. Have JJ and Mam spoken to you in terms of like potential opponents? Like, have they teased the idea of who they want you to get in the ring with?
No, no, not really. It was Halal Ham was kind of like potential fight at the beginning. This was like back in December. Since then, he has fought twice. So that I don't think that's going to be an option. Jay just said no because he
needs you. He needs you to edit.
He goes. I don't need the fight. Like that's why he goes. But yeah, like I said, you never know, bro. In the future, if I can maintain my primary work and maintain keeping the fans happy with JJ's content and do this same time and doesn't affect my personal life. Like I said, I've just got a baby recently, so
Yeah, of course.
then yeah, why not, bro? You never know.
Right. Well, I know you're going to be ringside supporting JJ.
Of course.
Mo, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for taking the time, and I wish you all the best in editing. And keep up the good work, man. You're doing sick work, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.